All right, guys and girls, I am bringing to you today the original soft boots. This is the K2. I've had one K2 before, and this is my second pair of K2s I have owned. The first pair I owned was 100mm wheels, and these are 90mm wheels. So let's check out what's inside. If I take one out, this is what I get. This is the new 2016 VO2 90 BOA K2 skate. It comes equipped with a brake. This is brand new, so this is the first time I'm going to be using it. I haven't used it yet. This is the BOA system. What you do is you pull that. It loosens the wire laces. They are wire. They are not regular shoelaces. You snap it back into place and you twist it and it tightens up. So that's a new lacing system for me. These are 90mm wheels, 83A hardness, X training K2 wheels. I will be taking this brake off. I'm going to search the box for an Allen wrench key, and I am finding this booklet, but I'm not seeing a Allen wrench key. So either K2 doesn't provide an Allen wrench key in their boxes, or the store that I bought these at didn't put it in a box, or they took it out. So I brought my own Allen wrench key so I can remove my own brake. For you new timers that first time inline skating, it's better if you keep your brake on there in emergency situations, in case you do need to stop quickly and do not know how to stop. That's my recommendation to you. But for us people that know how to skate and we've been skating for a while, taking the brake off is preferred, and it is easily removable. I just took it off. Oops. It comes with ILQ9 bearings, twin cam. It looks like these wheels they feel like gel padded wheels. Anything that is 82A hardness or above is pretty much made for the streets. So this would be good for an inline skater like me. Put this back on the right way. I didn't see a replacement bolt either, so I'm guessing they don't come with one. When you take that brake off and you put this bolt back on, it does seem that it's jutting out there quite a bit. See that on both sides? Don't know if I agree with that, but until I find another bolt, that's what I'm going to have to skate with. I like that how short the frame is for the 90mm wheels. It's pretty close together, the wheels. I like that. There's not a big gap there. It doesn't say on here what size the frame is. Usually they say it. But yeah, this is the new K2 VO2 90 BOA, and let's see how this rides. Yes sir, this is my first time reviewing this skate and I'm about to find out what it's all about. I just bought this pair of K2s and it's been a very long time since I've had a pair, so I'm very excited to get back and see what K2 has in store for me. One of the things that I am noticing right off, as soon as I put them on, I'm getting more speed than what I usually get. So this can be a bit daunting for me because I tend to like to skate fast, and to come to a complete stop going faster than what you usually go can make you overestimate your stop real quick. So I need to kind of slow it down these first couple of strides. You'll see what I mean right now. Right here I attempt to make it a stop. I take a step back because I was going a little bit too fast. I don't know if it's because of the bearings or the texture of the wheel at this point, but they are pretty fast bearings. It could just be a combination of both. They roll through grass beautifully. I thought to myself, just because it is a softer wheel, that the wheel would not roll through the grass very good, but that just proved me wrong. It might have something to do with the size of the wheel as well. This kind of skate is kind of a mixed crossbreed between a recreational skate and a speed skate, simply because it's not necessarily a 100mm wheel, but it's not necessarily an 80mm wheel either. It's a 90mm wheel, which gives you a little bit of both worlds. Most skates that I try on, it takes a little while to get up to speed. I've noticed that with this skate, it was a little bit more maneuverable than my Rollerblade Tempest 100, which there was a bigger gap between the wheels. So that gap plays a key role into your maneuverability. There are quite a bit of times that I got kind of excited on this skate, and I had to slow myself down because it can get dangerous real quick. I am now crossing the bridge. By the way, the park that I am at right now is Jackson Memorial Park. I am going downhill after I took my little miniature break, picking up some speed right before I hit the next hill, making sure that there are no ducks or people in my pathway. Playing with the stopper a little bit for the short period of time that I will be using it. If you've noticed, I put the stopper back on my skate simply because the bolts stick out far enough anyway. I didn't want to grind the bolt completely off, so I put the stopper on there so that I can grind some of the plastic on the stopper as well. But I will be putting my extra set of bolts at home that I happen to have onto this skate and taking the stopper off. That's something interesting about using the power slide on a lot of skates, is that it often grinds the bolts if they stick out too much, and I already foresee that being a problem on this skate, and it's just something I'm going to have to contend with. Every skate has its flaw. There's no perfect pair of skates out there. It's just a matter of how you use that skate and what it's really designed for. What I'm using this skate for right now, I would say it's not really designed for this purpose, but at the same time, this will show you the durability of the skate. Up, did you hear that? I think I just heard a scrape right at the bottom of my frame. Wasn't the bolt this time, but something down there scratched. Let me try it again. There it goes. Look at that scratch. Yep, there's the bolt. I knew it. Sometimes you just know. It's alright. I'll just take it a little easy on my power slides. Let's do a little curve jumping. Nothing like wearing yourself out till you can't stand anymore. I just left the park momentarily. I'm heading back to it right now, picking up a little bit of speed right before I stop. A little too much speed, but the grass was there for me. If you ever find that is too hard to stop by yourself, a good patch of grass will always save you. There is the park there on my left. I have also noticed in these skates, because of the softer wheel, I'm able to jump and land comfortably. But just with these speed skates, just like any other pair of speed skates, it does take more energy to maneuver in them. Jumping, speeding up, slowing down. It's not like your typical hockey skate where you can just stop on a dime. But for a speed skate, they are pretty maneuverable. And you can do a lot more with these than you would probably do with most speed skates. So that's what I really appreciate about them. I am about to go downhill again through the grass. And that was my best grass run yet. Running inside the grass in itself can be a little wobbly, but as far as rolling, that's perfect. I don't necessarily need to be going downhill in order to roll through grass. I can roll through grass when it is just flat and still get a lot of speed as well. Oh man, that was a big scratch mark. Just grinding away at that bolt. I guess I can't resist. I've noticed that the more you grind on something, the less friction you get with the ground, especially if that item is metal, which can cause you to slip more. So I need to change my tactics and not angle my power slide so deep. Who says you can't do tight turns with a speed skate? Heading to the skate park just to show off my new skates. The weather in Houston has been quite cool lately. About 59 degrees at night. I think that's been drawing quite a few people out to the skate parks, more than usual. I go out regardless of whether it's hot or cold, all year round. That is the control I have in these skates, where I am able to balance on 2 wheels. Not an easy thing to do. I'll practice more at that later. But for now, I'm going to step over this and come back and see if I can jump over that wooden obstacle. Here we go. I think I leaned back a little too far on that one. This is why recovery is so important in inline skating. It's not necessarily not falling, it's preventing yourself from getting hurt in a fall. Alright, I am now leaving the skate park and I am going to attempt some tricks on my own and some speed skates. That is usually my sequence. I often do a jump followed by a power slide, just so I can get control after I land. Other people might have different techniques. That's just mine. Followed by a power slide. And here's that grass roll with a jump at the end to make sure I miss the concrete. Power sliding in the grass can be quite tricky as well. Let's try jumping into the grass. Doing a 360 in a speed skate can be quite challenging. So far, after just over a little bit of 12 minutes of skating, here's the damage report. There's some scrapes right there down to the metal from a power slide. Also, there's what happened to the boot from a power slide. so it scratches a little bit of the boot too. Little nick right there. Here's the wheel. You have a little bit of a shape to the wheel, not too much, but you can tell that they are softer wheels. Right here, this sticks out a lot. This bolt that's connected to the brake. When I remove the brake, this bolt still sticks out, and they did not have a replacement bolt inside the box. I don't know if Sunski and Sports did that or if K2 did that, but they don't have a replacement bolt for that, so I have to use one of my bolts at home, and I'm going to replace this bolt so it won't stick out so much and allow me to remove the brake at the same time. But I love the way the skates feel, even though there are some damage flaws to it already after 12 minutes. The wheels feel awesome, they feel soft, they go fast. This is K2 VO2 90 BOA. These are awesome skates. So far I have not skated in a pair of skates like this in a long time with a 90mm wheel that I was this comfortable in. K2, I wish your quality was a little bit better, but as far as the skates go, I love the skates and I hope they last.